name is Sarah. I go by G Sarah on Instagram, and in case you're new to this channel, this is a safe place to come to for mindful motivation, as well as a documentation for my first business, Eclipse Botanica. In case you can't tell, I am very tired right now. I just did my first vendor event at Canton, first Mondays. It did not go as planned. There's so many things that did not go as planned, but it was still a really good experience. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what I did and some tips of things that maybe I wish that I would have done differently, or things that I was really glad that I did do. So first off, Canton First Mondays is the biggest, supposedly, I'm not sure if this is true, but it's the biggest flea market in the world. It snowed here in Texas. It snowed. Of course, of all of the days for it. It didn't just snow. It snowed and then it sleeted. So there was ice covering all of the roads. So Wednesday, which is the day that you are able to go and set up your booth and everything, we drove out there, and I remember it was really like foggy in the morning, like Silent Hill style fog. But we get there and we start setting up in my spot. Right. Here's my spot. There's like no one here yet. There's some people here. Okay, so we have the canopy up and the tables, but these spots are not 14 foot by 14 foot, if you can see. So I need to go up to the front office and ask, because this is overhanging and it's supposed to be another like foot on either end. All right, we got the lights up, banner. Let's moment of truth.
There's dog and TTs on our tire.
Ooh.
TTs on our truck.
Ooh. All right, all right. Oh, we talked to the people about the spot, and this trade center, there's supposed to be 10 by 20 spots. I was told it was a 14 by 14 spot. So we're trying to figure out what to do, if we can, because there are people renting these two spots next to us. So if worse comes to worse, I'm gonna have to take the entire canopy down, and that would really suck because this actually looks really cute. They're gonna come talk to us, so I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna get some more stuff set up. But yeah, we were in the wrong sized booth. So there was a lot of confusion. At first it was like, okay, well, how about we kind of squeeze the canopy in a couple inches? It won't look great, but we can squeeze it in, and then if our neighbors don't show up, then we'll move it back out. But eventually the girl who she just started taking over for like the main manager that does Canton, so she was really young, her name's Michaela, she was really, really sweet though, but she found me a spot at Trade Center 2. All right, so they were super accommodating and they moved us to a 14 by 14 spot in the different Trade Center. I have it set up so far. I don't have any merchandise, so everything kind of looks really bland right now. There's a big open walk-in space right here, table to look at everything, and then if they want to come in, there's more stuff. And then I think I'm gonna do like my checkout, put my bags and stuff here, and I'll have my wax warmer going with the Edison bulb, which matches the lights. And then if you back up, there's a floodlight over there that's aimed at that table, and then there's one right there that's aimed at that table. So everything's nice and lit up on the side with so much black stuff. It's very cold. The wind just started blowing in through there, and the cold front is coming in like right now, and I'm freezing. It took us like 3 hours to set it up. Then we left. We went home. And on Thursday, I was going to go up there and finish just kind of decorating and kind of moving tables around, seeing what I liked more and get more film. I didn't get nearly as much film as I wanted to. But anyways, Thursday is when it snowed and then iced. And so I kind of just thought, okay, well, you know, I don't need to go up there today. I know a lot of people do go up there on Thursdays to sell, which I would like to in the future. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go up there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But Thursday is optional. And so I'm like, okay, I just won't go up there today. We'll go up there tomorrow morning, Friday morning at 8 o'clock a.m. Because you have to be there from 8 to 5. and then 8 to 5 on Saturday, and then 9 to 4 on Sunday. Well, the snow from Thursday froze overnight, and it sleeted even more. And then Friday morning looks like Elsa destroyed the entire neighborhood. I mean, it was beautiful, and we really don't see that here in Texas, so I really wanted to enjoy it, but at the same time I was just pissed because I'm like, I want to be there right now. And so I ended up calling the office, and I was just like, so I can't drive on this. It was just like, oh, like there's no vendors that are coming up here besides the vendors that are staying on the grounds. They have a huge RV park, and I think they have cabins and stuff too, because there are people that come from all over the United States that drive all the way to Canton, Texas, and then they stay there for those 4 days, and then they sell whatever it is that they sell, and then they can make their money for that month. Or, I mean, I'm sure that there are some people that only come a few times a year, because I've heard of some vendors up there that can make up to like 50 grand, but I guess that also kind of depends on what you're selling. I also noticed though that my candles, my brand, kind of sticks out like a sore thumb in Canton, because for the most part it's all really like southern home style, like country decor and stuff like that. And then you've randomly got Eclipse Botanica, which is like totally black everything, and very, I don't know, pink and black. Like I compared to the other booths, I feel like mine just looked very weird. I don't know, it might work out to my advantage. Anyways, so we didn't get to go up there Friday at all. We were gonna try and go in the middle of the day, and that just didn't happen. So we stayed in, snowed in, and I kept going outside like wanting to leave, but every time I would go to the car, like the doors were iced shut. So yeah, that just wasn't gonna happen. Eventually I just had to give up on the entire idea. So then Friday night, well, before the sun went down, it warmed up a little bit, enough for it to kind of melt some of the ice, not all of the ice. So then Saturday morning we left at 7 o'clock to get there by 8 o'clock, and the roads were pretty icy, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't nearly as bad as previously. I tried to get some video of the trees. I hope that it was good quality, because it was really pretty. The trees are just so pretty. I mean, I'm sure, we never see that here in Texas, so I was always just recording it, because I never get to see that kind of stuff. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, and I just finished setting up. I'm at my little thing. There's not a whole lot of vendors here. It's freezing. It is 24 degrees outside, and all of the ice is melting right now because the sun's finally up. There weren't a whole lot of vendors working that specific month because of the ice, because of the weather, and also just because February already is the slowest month there, and then so top that with the fact that it snowed and iced for the first couple of days. So like, I understand why most of the vendors didn't even show up. Just finished setting up my booth. It's kind of hectic, I feel, right now, but I just finished getting everything out and getting the signs written. I still need to fill that up. I'm just realizing that. This is how I've got the main table set up, and then there's this guy over here. I ended up pinwheel wrapping most of the candles in case you can't tell. And then here's my little skull melts. Kind of hidden back there, but I did fix the top, by the way. I think that looks a lot better than it did before. And then we've got just mostly stuff. There's more that they can smell. I did pinwheel wrap most of them, and then I've got my little oil burner here. I don't know if you can even tell that they were skulls anymore. Not really. But it's kind of filling up this entire bunker. Yeah, that's it so far. But I think it looks pretty good. This is the ending setup. Oh my gosh, this is empty. Okay, I have to fill this with something. I will fill that with something and fill that guy. And then, yeah, this is it. People are just starting to show up, so I'm gonna put my phone away and get to work. It was really, really slow I mean, obviously, and I was expecting that, which I'm also kind of glad because it gave me a really good opportunity to learn how to set everything up and take everything down, and it gave me a lot of time to rearrange my tables, which I did like a million times. Rearranged my whole setup and all my displays and where my tables were sitting and stuff. And this might sound weird, but I'm also kind of grateful that it happened during the ice storm, because that doesn't happen here in Texas often. So that was like the worst scenario as far as weather, and it was my first event. So that was like as stressful as it's ever gonna get. I think. I hope. I probably shouldn't say that, knock on wood. But it was still really fun. I got a few people's emails to do marketing, and I got to talk to a lot of people, and it was fun. I still ended up, all my phone's right there. Hold on, I can probably look it up on the computer. How much I actually made. I had a few sales that were in cash. So, like $65 in cash, and then I made $225.42 on Shopify. So I didn't make like a whole lot, but the fact that I made any sales at all is still pretty awesome to me, because with how cold it was and how little amount of people were walking through, I thought that I wasn't going to sell anything. It was a really, really, really good experience. I made enough money to pay for last month, this past rental and parking spot, and enough to pay to renew and get the exact same spot and pay for it for next month. So whatever I make next month will be profit in a way. Okay, I think I rearranged it for the last time. I think I moved the center table over here and I redid my "Come Smell Us" sign, put it back there so they weren't in front of all the candles. And then over here, where it's big and open, where you can walk in, this is where I did the skull melt display. Got some plants, all the wax warmers. I have more, but that's just what's there. And then I figured with these two tables, I switched them, because these are the ones that have the soaps and the bath salts and the stuff that is going to expire. So I have, sales on them. Moved all that over here, and then over here is where I have all of the candles for now. And then I'm just using this high rise to show off some more wax melters. But yeah, I think that flows a little bit better. There's still a gap there. I could probably get another table, but I'm also going to be making a checkout stand. So that table, maybe I could put over there. That way it wraps all the way around. I just have to move the table over a little, but yeah. I don't know. What do y'all think? At this point, I am wishing that I got a pink sign. But everyone really likes the lights so far. Yeah. I might actually move that little centerpiece over to the end and then have my tester candles scooted over a little. I don't know. What do you think? Make it more inviting? We'll see. All in all, though, it was a really, really, really good experience. And it was a lot of fun, because the second day we went and got a burner phone and gave it to our oldest, because she's almost 13, so she can watch the girls. She's never done that before, and I'm really nervous because it was the first time trying something like that. I mean, we've done it for like an hour or two before, but that was the first time we like really let her babysit, and she did such a good job, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. We got her a flip phone. It's a flip phone burner phone, and I think she's kind of mad that it's a flip phone, because she's used to, playing on our phones with the touch screen. I love flip phones. I miss having a flip phone. I really want to switch back to a flip phone, but I think she's kind of irritated because she doesn't understand how to text on it. Which is just funny to me. My phone is almost dead, so I do need to wrap this up. But I hope that kind of seeing my first vendor event and hearing, that there's a lot of things that went wrong, but it still ended up being a really, really positive, really great experience. Like, I'm so much looking forward to going back next month, especially because it's going to be warmer. It's going to be so much warmer, and now I know my vendor neighbors, and I'm really looking forward to it because I learned a lot, and I learned about a lot of stuff that I need to do differently. I think what I want to do as far as the like tips on what to do, I've only done one vendor event, so I don't really feel like I have the experience to really go around telling people what to do and what not to do because I've only been to one vendor event. So let me get a few more underneath my belt, and then I'm definitely going to make a video on exactly what works for me and tips on what to do and what not to do. Just a few quick tips. Definitely bring a trash can for your first event because you're going to be opening a bunch of stuff that you've never opened before, and you're going to have a bunch of wrappers, and you just bring a trash can. Trust me, it really came in handy. Also, make sure that you bring food and water. Oh, and because I use my chalkboard signs, I am so glad that I brought an entire roll of paper towels and a little tiny bottle of Windex. That, because I ended up using it like 50 times to change my signs. So definitely comes in handy. If you're going to be somewhere where you're going to be leaving your stuff out in the cold, make sure that you bring your chalk markers in somewhere that it's warm so they don't freeze overnight. As far as the layout of my tables, as you saw in the video clips, I changed it a million times, and I'm probably going to keep changing it in the future, especially since right before I left on Sunday, I saw this vendor that had a bunch of like handmade furniture that was whitewashed in the far distance, and I remember the second I saw it, I thought, oh, I have to go get a checkout counter. And I just ran over there and was like, do you have anything really tall and kind of wide that I could use as a checkout counter? And he's like, oh, you're a vendor here? And I was like, yeah, I'm right over there. And he sold it to me for like half off. So that was awesome. But now I'm going to be using that at my next event. And I love it. It looks great. It goes with my brand. It looks so choice. It looks great. I'm really excited. Make sure that you have a designated spot to do your transactions at. I used the little square card table, which I'm not going to bring that next time because I have my checkout counter now. But I would say definitely having a table up at the front for people that are just like walking by, that brought a lot of people over because I had my like skull display up there at the front, and the fact that I had that table there at the front rather than having it all inside, a lot more people came up to my table that wouldn't have even gone in there if it had just been, looped around on the inside. So if you can, try to have like part of it out at the front, and then you can have the rest of it still in there. So there's still a spot for people to come and go. I ended up putting my table like in the middle so that there was both an entrance and an exit, or vice versa. If you guys have any questions about what you saw or about how I did anything that I didn't really mention on here, because I know I kind of just walked you guys through, how it went and what I did, not a lot of tips. I want to wait until I've done a lot more events before I make a video stating, this is what you should do for a vendor event, because right now, I wouldn't even listen to me, so why am I going to go around telling other people what to do? But anyways, oh, my giveaway for the labels. There was a few people that commented on the giveaway video, but nobody left any contact information. So if you did comment to enter, make sure that you go back and you add like your email or an Instagram handle or a phone number or something so that I can contact you. Because as of right now, no one left any contact information, so I can't get a hold of anyone. Make sure if you did enter or if you want to go back and enter, because I'm just going to leave it open as of right now. I got to really work on my giveaway, how I go about it, because I always seem to screw it up. I've tried it a few different ways now, and I haven't gotten it down yet. I will eventually, but yeah, go back and check that last video. I will tag it somewhere up here if you want to go back and look at that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching the video. And if you would like to subscribe below, that button is down there. Or if you could hit the thumbs up button, that would be helping me out a whole lot. And other than that, be excellent to each other, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.